It is absolutely terrible to be rich. Stella Swanson wheezes in my general direction as I vacuum the thick layer of dust beneath her feet. What a ridiculous thing to say to the person cleaning your apartment. But I nod in sympathy. Of course, it must be incredibly difficult to live in this massive 2-story penthouse apartment in Paris, overlooking both the Seine and the Eiffel Tower. Maybe she's joking? When I glance up, I spy a small twinkle in the elegant older woman's striking blue eyes, but it could be a trick of the light streaming in through the floor-to-ceiling windows. I can imagine it's very stressful. I smile sweetly, which makes her raise both her legs in the air with her toes pointed toward the ceiling, like a toddler, so I can reach further under the couch. This plush velvet sofa probably costs more than my yearly rent. The black fur coat she has wrapped around her tiny frame, despite it being at least 79 degrees in this place, could support my roommates and me for a month. Madame Swanson has a haughty, moneyed accent that's distinctly American, with enough of a European lilt to inform you she's frequently traveling between time zones, that she's the kind of person who belongs everywhere. This woman isn't just rich. She's stinking, filthy, disgustingly rich. The kind of rich that's impossible for the average person like me to even comprehend. Before the secretary at school recommended this cleaning job to me a couple of months ago, she suggested I read Monsieur Swanson's obituary. "So you know what you're getting into, dear," she'd said kindly. "The Swansons are the largest art dealers in the world." The obit detailed the family's $10 billion art empire, in addition to their obscene list of properties. The remaining Swansons, Stella, her stepson, Louis, and his 4 offspring with 3 wives, have at least 7 homes on 3 continents, half of a private island, personal chefs, chauffeurs, a stable of racing horses in Chantilly, France, a permanent box at Wimbledon in London, an entire floor of one of the most coveted buildings on the Upper West Side in New York, and their name on thousands of little plaques in museums all over the world reading, "On loan from the Swanson Art Collection." "Do you recognize that painting?" Madame Swanson gestures to a piece of art on the wall across from her. I crane my neck to admire it, even though I clocked it the second I walked through the door. It's clear from her tone that she wants me to say no, so she can spend the next 20 minutes explaining the piece to me. It's a framed print, not an original, which seems strange for the widow of the most powerful art dealer in the world. But then again, the real one is probably in a museum somewhere. Stella Swanson is definitely the kind of rich person who loves explaining things to people she considers beneath her. She also seems terribly bored. Maybe that's why it's so awful to be rich. You can't pay for friends. But the joke's on her. This painting has always been a favorite of mine. It's a simple peach tree in blossom, a frail little sapling fighting the wind, desperate to hold on to its pale pink flowers, but knowing that it will lose the battle. By filling the entire canvas with it, Vincent van Gogh managed to turn the tree into something much more majestic. I want to tell her I know plenty, and that I have mixed feelings about Van Gogh. Many of his paintings have the power to move me to tears, to shift things around in my brain and make me notice things in the real world that I had never noticed before. But as an artist, I find him complicated. I've always wondered if the art world doted on him merely because of his compelling backstory. How many women artists from the same time never had their stories told, never had their paintings shown in grand salons, all because no one kept their letters and their diaries, all because they never had a patron to celebrate them after they died like Vincent van Gogh did.